Okay, well, this is Trekyeah number 24. We've got a few more people on the screen.
Hey
One's
guys.
Walker,
I'm
he's
Walker.
brand new.
I'm
The other two are Jason and Avary. They're brand new. And this is brand new content brought to you by Trekyeah.
So yeah, Trekyeah number 24 here. Jason's just checking the quality. He's our new intern, as you can see. He handles a lot of that, the more small stuff that's unimportant and really takes no skill because we want to see if he can perform.
In the job description that we put out was we need somebody that can let Daddy do his job, and Jason stepped up to the.
You can edit. You can edit this, right? Okay, thank God.
Yeah. Okay, good. So I guess first up, I think the biggest thing that happened this week was is Vietnam's Independence Day. That goes back to when they kind of did their Declaration of Independence after World War II. Won't bore you with history because I know that's only something that I'm interested in. So
I'm glad you know about that because I just knew it was a holiday. They hung a lot of flags around. Looks beautiful.
Yeah, yes, their independence from France.
Oh.
Yep. So that happened.
We've got a few of these independence.
That happened after World War II.
So the streets are lined with Vietnamese flag and then hammer and sickle, and then Vietnamese flag, hammer and sickle, Vietnamese flag, hammer and sickle. Just wild.
It looks cool.
It does. It looks really cool. And it was a beautiful day too.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And so the night before, we went out to Bui Vien.
Yeah. How was that? Your first time in Bui Vien?
It was good. Because of Independence Day, it was pretty busy.
It was.
But I would describe it as like the Vegas Strip of Ho Chi Minh.
Yeah.
There's just bars.
Yeah, it was the busiest we've ever seen it as well.
Yeah.
I was surprised that pretty much every place played English music though. I didn't go into anywhere where they were playing music from another language other than English.
Yeah.
No Despacito, huh?
Oh,
There's
there
a
was
lot.
this.
Yeah.
That's
Good
right,
call,
Avary.
Walker. Okay, well, one thing we didn't do, we didn't really even let these guys intro themselves.
Yep.
Like, could you guys just do a brief, 30-second, hey, I'm this?
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm joining the boys. I've been friends with them forever. We were originally going to come out when they did, but we got some jobs and a whole story there. But we eventually decided that we've been wanting to do this, so we did it. We came out. I was in LA working in film, and so I'll be taking over a lot of what you see.
Like the intern stuff.
Yeah,
Thank goodness.
Intern duties. I was right at entry level, so I'm perfect for this stuff. So I'm here to do that.
Okay.
And I'm Avary. I've known the boys a little longer than Jason has.
True.
And yeah, all of them. And I also lived in LA where I did marketing.
And you guys are dating.
Yay!
This is probably the last time you'll see me in a Trekyeah.
In a Trekyeah?
I won't be in them very often.
Right.
Just
If ever.
thumbnails.
Just the thumbnail.
Just what?
The thumbnail. Oh my God.
Anyway, we had a karaoke night.
Last night.
Yeah.
Oh,
So last night Avery was cooking us a beautiful Western dinner, and in the middle of that, one of the neighbors comes over. Our neighbors sing karaoke all the time.
Everybody
Very
in
loud.
Vietnam.
They love
sings
Yeah,
karaoke.
they do
all the
love
time.
karaoke here.
And we always walk by and we see them, and they're like, "Hey, come on!" And I was like, "Oh, sorry, I'm running in to do this and that," and we nicely reject every time. Last night, this guy comes up to me and goes, "Would you please have a glass of beer with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, you know what? I will." I
Now
take
he's
off my
speaking your
socks.
language.
Yeah, toss them in the house and go have a glass of beer. And Jason comes because these guys are teaching. So Jason comes with his camera, Avary comes, and we start singing with them.
And in between, I'm teaching right now, and I have 5 minutes in between each class. So then, I leave my the little room I'm teaching in, and I see Evan getting dressed. I was like, "What's going on, man?" He's like, "Do you hear that English music in our alley right now?" I was like, yeah. He's like, dude, I think everybody's singing with them right now. I think everybody's like doing karaoke over there. He's like, I'm gonna go. Like, it's gonna be awesome. And I was just like, oh man. And I was like walked back in to like teach for the next half hour as I hear like Kanye West blaring in our alley. He's like, oh, this is so great.
With a lady Louis Vuitton under her underarm. She said, I can tell you rock, I can tell by your charm. Always say it's for kids, like I say all that man ass to show this. Okay, get your kids, let me get their kids. I pulled up in the van, they all got a pin, they all looked at 10, and then I had to pay. If you fuck with this girl, then you better be paid. You know why?
I was so nervous when you guys put on Kanye West,
Yeah.
but they loved it. So
Yeah.
that was
It was interesting, like hearing the songs that they love, because they had an English repertoire of songs.
They
that
did.
They're, like pulling
Yeah.
out. Like the
they
first
knew
few
better
were
songs
like,
than we did.
Yeah.
yeah, it was like 90s ballads, like Celine
Really?
Dion, they're like
Careless
George
Whisper.
Michael.
My heart will go,
George
oh,
Michael.
Careless Whisper. I know you're
But it was really funny when they started requesting
John Lennon.
John Lennon,
Yeah.
his solo album that was like all about like communism and stuff. So it was. I mean, they're good songs. It's undeniable. But it
Yeah.
was just funny that they were requesting those. I was like, oh yeah, these definitely have a certain vibe to them.
Very ironic, especially on Independence Day.
Right.
There's one guy who's sitting in the corner. I don't know if you got footage of him, the guy in the U.S. Army shirt.
Yeah.
And he's just this very quiet, he was like this. I think he was pretty drunk.
Yeah.
And he also didn't speak English very well. So he didn't like want to speak. And it was interesting, like the song that got him like out of his shell, I sang in the House of the Rising Sun or whatever.
Yeah.
There is a house in New Orleans, they call the
Who sings it?
Rising Sun. The Animals and like a bunch of people. It's an old classic.
Yeah.
But that he was like, yeah.
He was loving it.
He's getting into it.
But also though, so like, you know, they invited us in, and they really like we've noticed is when you are like welcomed by like a Vietnamese family, like they're like force feed us. Like it was like, you're not eating, like start eating. They're like shoving dishes in our face. There was
Oh, there's
In
an
the
inch. There's an
kindest
inch.
way.
Right. There's an inch of room on
Yeah.
your glass, so we gotta
Fill-
top you
Yeah.
off
yeah,
here.
yeah.
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 So anyway, that was super cool. It was really funny. One girl was like, "Can you sing Bruno Mars?"
Yeah. Uptown Funk.
We all look at Evan.
Yeah. Everyone knew that I was gonna be the one that kind of knew it. Turns out I knew all of
You
it.
know all
No
of it.
lyrics.
And then so when we were singing, we got to meet, you know, that little kid on the bike we always talk about who tries to like ramp into our living room. His name's Louis, and we got to meet his mother. What's up? What did I do?
His name's like Louis. Louis. It's 2 words, but
It's
like
basically
we've
Louis.
slowly changed it into Louis.
Yeah.
And that when you said it right there, it was completely
Louis, yeah. It started with Louis, and anyway,
No, his name's Louis, and
it was the cutest thing though. So like his mom would come and we meet his mom, and his mom's like, yeah, he was the first one to like learn all your names, and she's like, who is Andrew? And I was like, holy shit,
I
like.
was like, oh hey.
And who is Elvin?
Elvin.
Yeah. Like, oh, that's me. And,
Elvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah.
She said something about he's seen 2 random girls and didn't know who they were.
hey,
Anyway, he's keeping tabs on us. That's for sure.
Yeah, he is.
A Vietnamese spy, maybe even. So, Anyway, and on
Baited
our way,
us in with the
on our
John
way
Lennon
here,
album.
on our way here, he drew us a picture of this like anime-looking character, and he gave it to us.
Kudo Shinichi.
Kudo Shinichi, yeah. Anyway, super nice kid.
But like, Jason, can you like set the scene of the karaoke thing? Because like we haven't talked about like what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's just everyone's like sitting on the floor in like I think a kitchen or something.
Yeah.
And it's like all the food's laid out on the floor. Everyone's sitting around in a circle, and then they have this little tripod that they sit the phone on, and it goes through the lyrics. And they have it plugged into this awesome sound system, which like a third of the stores I see here are like these giant speaker stores because everybody's doing this awesome karaoke setup.
Yeah.
But it was really cool, and they just had all this food, like finger food mostly, and everyone's drinking beers and.
It was brutal on the ankles though.
Oh yeah, yeah. It hurt. I'm not used to sitting on my feet like that for that long, but it was really fun. I mean, everyone's singing, having a good time, even if you play songs that they don't know at all.
Yeah, they loved it. They were so happy that we were there. It was cool.
Yeah, it's cool how like, and at points they like, you know, the grandma would come out.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this is my mom, and it was like they really wanted you to meet like.
Yeah.
It was their family, and like we came into their house, and they were really appreciative of that.
Yeah.
And
Pretty
it's
much
just, like-
everybody who was awake on your guys' little street came in to see what we were doing because I'm sure this has never happened.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
It reminded me of like if I was hanging out with like my mom and dad and like my aunts and uncles, you know, and like we were just like drinking and like having fun. Like they were just having such a good time.
Yeah. It was
cool.
fun.
And they invited us to come. They said they do it every week, and they said they want us to keep coming.
Yeah. And
So-
it's like one of those once in a lifetime opportunities that you can't really get unless you live in a place.
Yeah.
So
True.
that at that moment I was like, wow, I live here.
Right.
Yeah.
Like visiting, you could never get that.
Yeah.
Right.
So
It's definitely when we thought about we wanted to travel and you want to have new experience. That's like the essence, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what
Yeah.
you're looking for is like meeting new people, having a good time. Maybe you don't even know the language, but like you can all sing a John Lennon song, and, like, drink some
that's
beer,
super
and just
cool.
sit on the floor. It's like it was awesome.
Yeah.
So that was the big thing that happened this week, I think. We also have our new 0 to 30s coming up. So we'll do, I mean, you can check our Instagram to see, we'll talk a little bit more about what we're doing. But real quick, quick fire, just like what are you doing?
Yeah, so I'm gonna call my grandparents every day. I don't talk to them enough, and they're
That's a
old.
good one, man.
And
Okay, cool.
That's a really good one.
Andy?
I am gonna wake up at 5 a.m. every morning.
Good luck.
Thanks.
when does that start?
Tonight.
I am going to keep a quid pro quo journal and basically keep track of what I give and what I get every day with the goal of understanding better about how much I'm getting, how much I'm giving.
That's cool. Self-awareness.
Do you want to know mine?
Yeah. Because you're doing one, right?
Yeah. For my women empowerment blog, I will either write for 30 minutes a day or research for my bus page.
Okay.
And I'll be pushing myself to take at least one interesting photo every day, and so you'll see maybe some of those on Instagram, but at the end I'll post all of them at once on a webpage somewhere, just so I can hold myself accountable to get myself out with the camera.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And again, so we do 0 to 30s every month. We're getting better at holding ourselves accountable. If any of you watching are interested in doing a 0 to 30 challenge with us, please do. Any of these sound interesting, do them with us, or do your own. Let us know. It's a really cool, fun thing to do. We worked at GoVap for a day. We went back to GoVap.
GoVap is where the school is.
So that's where they're living and training.
How's your training been?
We've been in training for 1 week, and it's going really well. We've got to observe 4 classes of 4 different age groups, and I really like the 10 to 11-year-olds.
Yeah. It's a lot. The first we did 4 observations where you just sit in the class and I thought we'd just sit in the class and observe, but like within 5 minutes they had us up and teaching vocab words, and so that was kind of definitely not my comfort zone, but each one it's getting easier and easier, and it's kind of fun to see what I was terrified to do a couple days ago. Now I'm just mediocrely scared to do. So that's been cool. It's kind of we're just getting thrown into it, and it's really a lot, but it's we're floating, I'd say.
Yeah.
We haven't sunk yet. But
It's
been
interesting
fun.
to watch him teach because
Yeah.
I couldn't picture him doing it, and we were doing pretty much everything together. They put couples together for everything.
yeah.
So
It's
I've
been
got to
good to-
see him teach. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's the most scary part is having Avery there. Yeah. God, it'd be nice.
Okay, and so so you guys have been here a week. Weird stuff that's happened to you. I mean, you see weird things happen.
The weirdest thing is on our third observation we were with, I think they were like 9 to 11-year-olds. And we're just doing vocab words like normal, going through normal exercise, and then at the end, there's like 20 minutes left of class, and the teacher pulls out this sheet and starts reading it, and it's talking about Julian Assange and WikiLeaks and how he's in trouble and exposed a whole bunch of institutions and governments. And then he basically reads off a bunch of facts and then tells the class that he's considered a criminal, but many people think he's also a hero. And so we got in small groups and we had to facilitate these little discussions about why he can be considered a hero even though he's like technically breaking laws. And coming into like a communist country, and one of the first thing I'm doing as far as a teacher is trying to explain why going against your government or your institutions, your laws can be a good thing. It was really an awkward place. I didn't think I'd be doing that here at all, let alone this early. So it was fun because immediately they were all like, "No, he's criminal," and so I had to kind of reason with them. And by like right before the bell rang, one of the kids is like, maybe they could be considered good because they did it for the people, which is like cool to see him come to that realization. But that was definitely one of the more bizarre things.
Yeah.
Also, I think we ate dog.
We haven't even done that yet.
I don't think it was dog.
I think it was
If it was,
dog.
it's so good.
It could have been, but I
It
think
said dog was one of the options on the menu. Now
It
that I
was?
know what the word was for it, and I thought I was asking for a vegetarian bowl, which I thought the word was like chai or cho or
It is,
something
it's like
for.
jai or something like that.
Yeah, which apparently I said incorrectly because one, it had meat in it, and then the next day we were all together as a class, and one of the girls was saying we looked up the word for dog to make sure we didn't eat it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, I should definitely know that too. What's the word? And she said cho, and I was like,
So maybe you ate dog.
I think we might. And the thing that I can't even explain it. I'm gonna take a picture of what the animal looked like that he was carving off of, because the moment she said that, I was like, that was a dog body that he carved that meat off of.
Congrats.
The good news is Avery didn't want to eat it, so she put it all in my bowl. So
Oh.
I basically downed that dog.
He ate the whole dog.
Good job, dude.
that's good. It's good for your thing.
It's man's best
Virile.
friend, man.
Virile.
Virility.
I read that somewhere.
I have one other thing on here, but it's really insignificant. I was at the gym and watched a guy pretty much toss a dumbbell at the mirror on the wall. Got to see it shatter. So that was the thing you don't see every day. But
Vietnam or not.
yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Is that
Oh, well, I talked about my car accident, right?
No. Talked about everywhere but here.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I watched something about your car.
Yeah, so I got in a bike accident the other day, a week ago. It's the same one. I've only been in one. I was unarmed. My bike was making a weird noise, so I had him take it into the store, the shop, if you will. It was there for an hour, and they replaced the air filter, and in total it cost me $4.40. So
Not so bad.
Can't get that at Sankett's Garage.
No, nice word.
Fairfax, Iowa.
Definitely
Jim's-
subscribe.
Jim's Auto Repair.
So that's all.
So that does it for another silly week of trekking in. Thanks for joining us. I'm Walker. This is Andrew, Evan, Avery, and Jason.
Subscribe
Subscribe
below or
below.
above.
Also, we've got Avarys Blog in the bio. You can check it out in the description. You can check it out.
Check it out.
It's a women's empowerment blog. Definitely give it a read.
Only if you're into feminism.
No bad comments here.
No bad comment.
I'm kidding. It's a good blog. Check it out. Peace.
Give us a thumbs up, listeners.